In this video, I'll show you exactly how to turn boring PDFs into interactive and shareable flipbooks using a tool called Flipsnack. And it's not just about looks or sharing, because normally when you send a PDF, you have no idea what happens next. Did they open it? Did they read it? Or did they spend 10 seconds or 10 minutes on the PDF? You just send one and hope for the best. But with Flipsnack, you can turn PDFs into interactive flipbooks with videos, buttons, and most importantly, built-in analytics to track the engagement. And before we jump in, a quick disclaimer. I've been using Flipsnack for a while, and before I made this video, I asked them if they'd like to sponsor this video, and they did. That said, this is still just an honest review from a regular user of the platform. And by the way, if you like what you see in the video, make sure to check the link in the description because that will give you access to the free plan in Flipsnack. But now let's get started with the video. So once you have signed up with my link below, all you need to do is just click on Create, then Upload Files, and then PDF. Then just drop your file in. So for example, I have my portfolio PDF, brochure, whatever you want to call it, I will drop it over there. Then I'll just click on continue. Then I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes for the tool to render my flipbook. And there we go. Here you can actually see the result, and it looks exactly like the original PDF that I dropped in, but now it has been turned into this flipbook. And now this is pretty amazing. So obviously you can do all sorts of edits and stuff like that. I will cover those in just a second. But if you just want to share it quickly, if you just want to get it out, all you need to do is just click on share now, and then you can choose either between public, unlisted, or private. So if you go public, anyone has access, and also this can jump into Google search results. For example, if somebody's searching for my name after this point on, they might stumble across my short presentation flipbook hosted on flipsnack.com. If I go unlisted, I can share this so that anyone with a link can access to this flipbook. And if I go private, I can set the private access mode. For example, password protected, to be verified by a code, your team, company SSO, or invite by email. But for example, right now I will go unlisted because there's no chance that somebody just accidentally finds this by guessing the link. So let's go publish. And now here is the flipbook page. And this is what it looks like when you share it with somebody. But now before I dig deeper into the details, let us actually verify that this flipbook indeed works. So if I copy this link and if I enter that into the incognito mode on Google, you can actually see that we land indeed on a page like this, where you can flip through my portfolio book like this. But now let's dig deeper into the details of what you can actually do with this platform instead of just dragging and dropping a PDF into it and turning that into a simple flipbook. So first and foremost, once you have created your flipbook or flipbooks, you can go back to the folder in which you have created. And here, for example, you see some of the creations that I have made in the recent couple of weeks. And just an example, let us do some tweaks to this portfolio flipbook that I just created. So obviously you can open it, you can do an overview, but then you can do edit and customize, and you can also view those analytics. And these are the ones that I want to focus on today. So first and foremost, if we click on edit, you will have a direct access to the editor over here. And this is pretty handy if you're not quite satisfied with your PDF. So if you just created a rough sketch, for example, using a Word document or whatever you might want to use, and you still want to do some final adjustments, that is exactly what you can do over here in Flipsnack. And this editor is super intuitive. So for instance, let's say we want to make this image a bit smaller, although it doesn't make sense over here, but just for the sake of demonstration, you can just drag and drop it around with your mouse like this. And by the way, you can also literally drag it around here. For example, what was super annoying is that when I created this with a Word file or a Word document, this portfolio, it wouldn't let me adjust the image positioning like this. This is actually super handy that I can place it wherever I want. And you can do the exact same thing with your text. So you can just choose any text element block like this, and you can, for example, add some space between those like this. But now Flipsnack is not only good for editing these PDFs, but you can actually introduce quite a bit of interaction into this as well, which is what I absolutely love. So just an example, because I am a YouTuber and I have this kind of a portfolio page, I think it's definitely missing something. And yes, that something is an actual video from my channel. Obviously, I could just link to it, but that would be too lame. So what if we actually go over here on the left-hand side and we click on this Draw Video Hotspot, and we can place our video anywhere and at any shape we want, like this. And then here on the left hand side, all I need to do is just enter the video URL from my channel, and I can even autoplay it and even set it to start from a specific section of that video. And as you can see, after a second, it renders that exact video over here. And now that I have added that in, we can always preview what that change looks like. So now if I send this to somebody in the last page, they will see the video. And if I hit play over here, it immediately starts to play the video over here in the Flipbook directly. And by the way, video is just one form of an interaction you can add, because on the left hand side, if you go here where it says interactions, you can choose a whole bunch of different types of interactions to add inside your Flipbook. So you can, for example, add a pop-up form, you can add all your socials over here. Heck, you can even set up a simple shopping cart over there. So if there is any action you would like your people to do, it is probably possible here inside Flipsnack, thanks to all these interactive elements. And then if you're like me, who cannot design beautiful looking PDFs, as you can very well see, what you can do is you can choose these templates over here. Just click one that meets your eye, click on use all 10 pages, and now I'm not going to do that, but basically it will render this entire presentation as your Flipbook, and then you can just customize the text to make it match with what you had in your mind. But then on top of editing your Flipbook, what you also might want to do is customize it. And this can be a bit confusing, because isn't editing the same as customizing? Well, now let me show you what happens if you click on here. So first and foremost, this renders a preview of your Flipbook. Then here on the left-hand side is where the magic happens. So this customize section is basically your branding section. So here you can choose all these different colors. For example, the accent color, we can change that to something, let's say something like this, for example. And now you can see that this bar over here, which indicates which page we're on, is changing to this color. And then you can also change the background color of your Flipbook, and that is not going to impact on the pages, but rather the background behind these pages. So for example, we can do an image over here, and then you can do one of these gradients, for example, if that is what you like. But what you can also do is click on replace, and then you can upload a picture over here. For example, I'll add one from my home country, and then I will just hit insert item. And now there is the background. But that's just the branding side. Then you can go to the appearance section. And now there are so many settings that it would take me hours to go through all of these. But basically anything you can imagine is customizable over here. So you can do, for example, an auto transition if you want the people to not spend more than, for example, 10 seconds per page on your Flipbook. You can enable that there. You can choose between modern or classic skins. You can do all sorts of layout styles, page shadows, animated interactions. You can set some navigation controls for the people to navigate through the Flipbook, and so much more. And now one thing that is needless to mention is that these Flipbooks are also optimized for mobile devices. So if you go to the right top corner over here and choose the mobile app icon, you're going to see what this would look like on a mobile device. But then let's go to the analytics. So if you click on analytics on any one of your Flipbooks, you're going to land on a page like this. And obviously for me right now, this looks pretty empty because I just created this Flipbook. So it says that I have one view and one impression, which makes sense because I have only viewed this myself. But once your Flipbooks are shared and once they gather data, that is, once they get views and actions, you can track that over here very neatly. So for example, if you want to see from which corners of the world people have viewed your Flipbook, that happens inside over here in the location tab. You can also check what kinds of devices they are using. So are they using desktop or a mobile device? Which channels? So for example, if they come from, let's say, a blog post, a website, YouTube channel, whatever that could be, you will see a distribution chart over here. And this is just the high level overview. On the left hand side, you have more performance metrics. For example, you can do a page by page breakdown where you can analyze how many views each page has and how much time people have spent on that page. Then if you go to the enterprise plan, which I'm not currently on, you will actually get a heat map of pages and elements that will show you which elements people are interacting with in your Flipbook. So that can allow you to do crucial changes in your Flipbook campaigns, because this allows you to see what people are actually spending time on and where they are paying attention to, and maybe where they are accidentally not paying attention to that is unbeknownst to you. So this is super powerful for more advanced and larger campaign use. And this also showcases the power of a tool like this, because imagine you just send an email where you share a PDF to somebody, or if you have a QR code generator where you print a QR code into an event and then they just go and download a PDF. Well, you don't get any data after that. With a QR code generator, you can track the number of clicks maybe, but that's going to be it. You're not going to have any sorts of information as to whether they ever opened the PDF, whether they actually perform an action there, and whatnot. So this analytics feature makes it such a good and powerful platform, and this is simply something you cannot do with a regular PDF file. And now before I wrap it up, every platform has their pros and cons, and I want to be transparent about those on my channel. First, let's start with the pros. So I absolutely love how easy it is to use Flipsnack. So you just click on create, you can upload a file, and then you already have a shareable flipbook, which brings me to the next key point. So these kinds of flipbooks are so much more than just a regular PDF file because of all these interactive elements, animations, and also the tracking and analytics. Which brings us to the analytics. So I absolutely love the fact that you can actually follow how your campaigns are doing and how the people are interacting with your flipbooks. So you can literally see from which country people have come and how much time they have spent on each page, and even what element they have looked through. So this is as robust as it basically can get. And then also I love the fact that this works really nicely on any kind of a device. So I'm looking this right now on a computer, but you can just as well share this with somebody and they can easily watch this on their mobile device, and everything still works just as it should. That said, let us talk about the downsides of this platform as well. As the first obvious issue I kind of have is that this platform has so freaking many features. There are all these bells and whistles and everything that it can be a bit intimidating at first. And also, if you're just a freelancer who wants to share their portfolio with somebody, it might be a bit of an overkill to acquire a plan from Flipsnack when you can just send a regular PDF. So although I can definitely recommend this to a regular freelancer or somebody who's just working on their projects on their own, but I think that this is best suited for like marketers or bigger agencies that want to run these campaigns at scale. And it is these people that actually end up using all or at least most of these features. And then also the pricing can be a bit steep. As you can see in the business plan, you have $109 per month for one user for 100 flipbooks. On the other hand, they have the free plan, so you can actually have one user to create 3 flipbooks. So even if you are a freelancer and you just want to share a PDF, just try to use a platform like this. It will give you so much more details and insights as to what is working and what's not. And also you can add all those interactive elements to make it stand out instead of just sending a boring PDF file as everyone else is doing. That said, make sure to give it a shot. I have left a link to the free plan in the description of the video. And thanks so much for watching this one. I hope to see you in the next one.